Quest. React with all your insight. Review what feels so right. Criticize the light. Movie shining bright. My opinion is mine. Like a never-ending call. Watch them rise and fall. Stories big and small. Screens light up the hall. I will say it all. React with all your sight. Review the day and night. Criticize is the right. Shows that steal the light. My opinion stands so free. Like a storm upon the sea. Watch them rise and fall. Stories big and small. Scries light up the hall. I will say it all. Quest. React. Review. Criticize. Quest. React. Review. Criticize.
Hey guys, how's it going? How's it going? Hey, I haven't been live in a while. Not on my channel anyway. But hey, hopefully you guys can hear me okay, see me okay, everything working. It is. But yeah, we're going to be talking about Starfleet Academy. But first I have to say, I was actually very surprised. It's not as bad as I thought it was going to be, but that's not saying that it's good. That's not saying that it's good. It seems to be okay, but not necessarily in a good way. Because I mean, the first episode, it's kind of annoying. Let's just put it that way. Hey, Steve, did you watch the 2 episodes of Starfleet Academy? Because I did, and I'm pleasantly surprised at how bad it wasn't. It wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be, but there are issues, obviously, a lot of them. But as to be expected with Kurtzman Trek, there is the modern day politics and the generational bullshit. And before people say you shouldn't swear in the first few minutes of a live, technically shit isn't swearing. Technically. This is the first time I'm trying the vertical stream as well as the landscape, so it's kind of weird seeing two versions of me on screen. But yeah, we'll see how this goes. But like I said, I was actually very surprised at these episodes. Yeah, it's like, yeah. I'd agree with that. I mean, it is very average. It is safe. It's not horrible. No, it's not that horrible. It's not as horrible as I thought it was going to be. It's actually quite. I don't know. Can't think of a word to describe it. But there are issues. There are issues. I'm not going to go too much into detail because I don't want to give too many spoilers away. I don't want to give spoilers away if I can help it because I mean it's the first day, so maybe when I do a mid-season live, probably we can go into more detail and really discuss it because I'm going to have to watch these 2 episodes again, and I think what I might do is I might have to do, like I said, I'll do a mid-season live, but I will talk about some of the issues I've had so far. I mean, especially considering the fact it's not canon. It is not canon, so it's not prime timeline. And there is one actual alien species in episode 2 that shouldn't exist. Because in TOS, there were only 2 Chiron left. There were only 2 Chiron left. You can't rebuild a civilization with just 2 people, right? You can't rebuild an entire species. Which is also explaining something else, because in section 31, it was the same thing. They had Chiron in section 31. So it's kind of confirming, in my view, that because they have a species that has actually been basically extinct since TOS, that's really saying something. It is not the prime canon timeline. The Athena is definitely ugly. I agree with Jay over on Tachyon Pulse podcast. It is definitely an ugly ship. But at the same time, it's understandable. I mean, it is Discovery. I mean, it is technically Discovery because in the first half an hour of Starfleet Academy, they actually mention the Discovery. They get into a bit of trouble, and then they say, "Yeah, the Discovery is just still being refit," which is interesting because, I mean, Discovery had already been refit twice, if I remember rightly, in the show. If I'm not gonna give too much away, but obviously, like, if you don't want people to think of Discovery whilst watching Starfleet Academy, then you shouldn't mention Discovery, and technically it shouldn't be set in the same period. I mean, I thought they were going to be a few years beyond the end of Discovery, but clearly, I mean, this seems like it's picking up where Discovery ended. And I mean, I haven't seen many of the cast from Discovery. I mean, we have seen Admiral Vance, which is yeah. We've seen Reno, but other than that, I mean, you haven't really seen anyone. We haven't seen Tilly, although I think she will certainly show up. We've seen her in the teasers and that, right? If I remember rightly. But yeah, as I said, I agree with you, Steve. It is an average and safe show, but as I said, it kind of confirms to me that it's not canon simply because of the Chiron. But I mean, I'm trying to think. Some of the cast I kind of liked, not necessarily the writing or the dialogue, but I think Bella Shepherd seems to be like the jealous teenage girl. She's the one that plays Genesis Leith. Then you got Carice Brooks, who is Sam. She's the holographic character. Was she the hologram? Yes, she was the hologram. I'm just going to call her Mickey because of her hair. I'm going to call her Minnie Mouse. I'm going to call her Minnie Mouse from now on because she's got the hair and she's got the teeth, right? And then you had Kareem Diane, playing Jaden Krog, the Klingon. What a pussy! I mean, seriously. And Steve, yes, exactly. They seem to be likable for the most part. They definitely seem to be likable. But to be honest, I think the character I like the most so far is probably Tatiana. Is it Tatiana? Is it Tatiana No, Zoe Steiner. She's the Beta Z girl. I think I like her performance in episode 2 better than more than anyone else's. But I mean, right off the bat, they put the two guys that hate each other's guts in the same room. Seriously, I mean, you're asking for trouble, right? You're literally asking for trouble. And then you got one of the. Yeah, she does look like Rachel Weisz. Exactly. That's exactly what what I mean. She does have a Rachel Weisz appearance to her. And I don't see that as a problem. I quite like Rachel Weisz. But I mean, I like Bella Shepherd. I like her character a little. I mean, she's behaving like she's the spoilt brat, if that makes sense. I mean, I feel like that's how she portrays the character, as a spoilt brat. But Krog, the Klingon that is not a Klingon. Now, I'm not saying that he's not. I'm not technically saying that he's not a Klingon. I mean, I've heard other people say it, but to me, it makes sense because we do get Klingons in canon that are not warriors. How you doing? But yeah, it's interesting to see Kurtzman trying. I'd like to know how much he actually did on set for these episodes, because in my opinion, it seems like he wasn't there for these 2 episodes when they were filming. It doesn't feel like it's literally a Kurtzman made couple of episodes. So it seems strange to me. It's strange. It feels a lot like the start of Picard season 3, if that makes any sense. And I know people are probably going to kick off at me for comparing this to Picard season 3, but to me, it's how it feels. It doesn't feel like Kurtzman was on set the whole time, like it does with Discovery. Discovery certainly feels like he was always there. But I don't know if you'd agree, but I mean, that's how it feels. Now, I'm not saying it's good. I mean, it's okay. It's certainly a surprise. It's definitely a surprise for me. It's not the best. No, it's not the best. It's not the best by far. I'm just saying these 2 episodes, they felt like Picard season 3, the start of Picard season 3. That makes sense. I mean, you get the you got the drama, except in this one it's teenage drama. They even talk about the hormonal issues with teenage being there. Yeah, before we go on, I mean, if you fancy leaving a tip, it is set to text to speak. So if you do a donation or tip and put in a comment, it will appear on screen because I have linked it through with the virtual camera, so you should be able to see it and hear it on the screen. Because I've got a little message there, that a little pop up that comes up, and I haven't shown anyone, so it'll be interesting to see what people think. It's definitely going to be interesting if someone does. But and also there's a link into the shop as well. It's a new shop with some different merchandise. Get a nice mug like this with the logo and the YouTube address on there, which is actually pretty good. I know Harris over at Sidetrack is actually very impressed with this. He actually really likes it. Not enough to order one yet, though. Son bitch. But yeah. That's the grifting out of the way. Right, so where was we? Right, let's talk about Holly Hunter. Right, Holly Hunter, Captain Nala Aki. I don't know what race she is, but when she first comes on screen, she's on Bajor, which I don't have a problem with. I mean, that's why they were talking about the possibly bringing back Cisco, wasn't it? Because they were bringing Bajor back into it. And to be honest, I never liked the Bajor side of Star Trek. I thought Bajor was boring. I mean, whenever there was something, that's probably why I didn't. That is part of why I didn't like DS9 so much, because the religious aspects and everything like that. So yeah, I keep moving the microphone. I don't know why. That's going to be a bad habit. Oh, she's part Lanthanite. Doesn't say how much. Well, she says she's 400 years old, right? So that's a thing, I guess. So we'll see. We'll see how it works out. Right, what else? Oh yeah. I mean, I'm not sure I like her as a captain. I mean, she seems very too laid back to be a captain. If that makes any sense. I mean, I thought a captain would, if they wanted to make another captain, then they should have the character written as if to be a cross between Picard and Janeway. I think that would have been better. But she's her own captain, I guess, and I don't know. It just seems a bit. She seems far too relaxed, too laid back to be a captain, in my opinion. But there's also the fact that she left Starfleet because of what they did to this guy, to Mir's mother. What was her name? It doesn't show up. It's not showing her name on IMDb for some reason. Yeah, so Caleb Mir's mother. So she literally betrays him. Took the words. Did I? That is actually one of my favorite Meatloaf songs. Took the words right out of my mouth, but I'm not going to sing it, despite the fact that I just did. Hey, Cheeseface. But yeah, it's just this cast seems weird. I mean, I know Carice Brooks. I mean, didn't she show up at the premiere event like with metal teeth or something? It was really funny because people were saying, I saw thumbnails popping up on YouTube saying, the Jaws of Star Trek. I think, referencing Jaws from James Bond. Kind of makes sense, but I'd say she looks more. She looks like Minnie Mouse, right? You know, the hair, the teeth. You know, so she kind of looks like a mouse. It's not a racial thing, so don't kick up about it. Just literally, it's the way she has her hair, both in the show and in her pictures. Weird. Um, so yeah. What else? Let's see. Oh yeah, Stephen Colbert. He's playing the Starfleet Academy's digital dean. I don't think we've seen him in these episodes. I don't remember seeing him. I don't remember seeing him. But then he might be that one of those characters that you just don't really care about. Glass is reading a book. Glass is reading a book. All she needed was a cuppa and her slippers. Yeah, exactly. I thought Paul Giamatti did a good job actually portraying Braca. I like Braca as a villain. I would preferred it if it wasn't immediately in the first episode, and that would have been a lot better. I mean, yes, I know that they're throwing all these characters out. Sorry about that. They're throwing all of these characters at us in the first episode, and it's confusing. It's like, oh, hang on a minute. I mean, why don't you just use the first episode, introduce the main cast, the main characters, yeah, and then introduce characters for episode 2, which they did. They had other characters in episode 2 that didn't show up in episode 1, but it was, I don't know if it felt forced or not. I don't think I wouldn't describe it as feeling forced. Robert Picardo. I mean, I loved Robert Picardo as the Doctor in Voyager. He's great. I loved him as Woolsey in SG-1. But in this, I don't know. I guess it's like Reno, really, isn't it? In this show, they don't seem to necessarily want to be there. Well, Reno, she's there for a reason. Picardo's just there for fan service, right? And we all know, and I'm sure you know his thoughts on it, because I'm pretty sure that you might have watched the other channels where where he's done it, where they've done reactions to his interviews, and where he's spoken about them. But yeah, there's 6 people watching. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. Please do hit the thumbs up, give us a like if you haven't already. Really help us out. I actually noticed that I didn't get a notification. I didn't get any evidence of this being pushed out for the last 30 minutes, so before the stream started, which is weird because they're supposed to push a notification, but YouTube seems, I don't know, either maybe I just didn't get my own push notification. It's possible. Let's see who else. Gina Yashiri played Laura Thok. I don't recognize that character. The woman in charge of security, half Klingon, was terrible. Oh my god, she's not just half Klingon though; she was half Jem'Hadar, which is strange, annoying. Interesting, it's not showing up. She's not showing up on the cast list. Interesting. Unless I'm just being, am I blind? I mean, seriously? I mean, they got Mary Wiseman on the cast list on IMDb, but she hasn't even been in it yet. I think that is Gina Yashir, isn't it? I think she is Thock. She is the first officer, isn't she? Yeah. IMDb says that she's only going to be in one episode, but she's been in 2 so far. But that's one of the races I have an issue with. So we had the Chiron, which I had an issue with because they should be extinct since TOS. And Laura Thock, however you pronounce it, she is supposed to be half Klingon, half Jem'Hadar. Now, this is the problem. For one, the Jem'Hadar were a genetically engineered race. I don't think, if I remember rightly, there were no females. There were never any female Jem'Hadars. Because they're literally grown, right? They're genetically engineered. I don't remember ever seeing or hearing of a female Jem'Hadar. I may be wrong, but DS9 wasn't exactly my favorite show. But I certainly don't remember seeing one. So, as far as I know, they were created. They're not a naturally formed life form. So, it doesn't make sense. And the fact that it's a half Klingon Jem'Hadar, the Klingons and the Jem'Hadar hated each other that much that they would probably wipe each other out if they could. They really, seriously, I'm not even kidding. They'll probably try and wipe themselves out. They wouldn't give a shit. They wouldn't breed with each other. But I guess Kurtzman's ones would. Playing devil's advocate, a lot can happen in 900 years. Yeah, a lot can happen in 900 years. A hell of a lot. But it didn't. The only thing that happened in 900 years, let's see. What was the only thing that happened in 900 years that could affect the universe? The burn. The whole point of Discovery from season 3 onwards. The whole, and it's just ridiculous. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see how this goes. I've always tried to give a new show, any show, a chance. I've always wanted to give them a chance. But you never know where they're going to go with this. And I don't have faith in Kurtzman. I never have, ever since Discovery started. But like I've said about Discovery, the first 2 episodes as a movie would have been a hell of a lot better. Just without the Star Trek banner. It could have been the pilot episodes could have been a pilot for a separate show. Didn't have to be Star Trek. It's generic, right? I suppose you could say generic. But yeah, 900 years, a lot can happen. A hell of a lot can happen. But it doesn't. It didn't. It hasn't. A Klingon Jem'Hadar wedding. I would like to see that. Yeah. Just remember to bring out the pain sticks, eh? Just remember to bring out the pain stick. The Klingon will 100% be the first gay Klingon in Star Trek. Wait a minute. I remember seeing an image where he's wearing a skirt, right? But it's a Klingon kilt, they said, right? But it's not. It's a skirt. If I remember rightly, I think the image had the exact same skirt that the girls are wearing in the show. It's nice to actually see the girls wearing a skirt. That's very progressive. It's very progressive to have a girl wearing a skirt in Star Trek. Very progressive. I don't think we've seen any men wearing a skirt, have we, in these 2 episodes? I don't think I remember. Don't recall. But then I'm not paying attention that much. If the center screen, then yeah, it's easy to pay. You pay attention to what's happening in the middle of the screen. You don't always look at the people around them, right? Because a lot of the time they're just there. They're not doing anything. The programmable matter things, I don't like. I've never liked that since Discovery brought it in. It's a great concept, a great idea, but it's too easy. It's lazy. It's lazy writing. And then to have it act like nanobots would on the hull of the ship, or just like when Discovery was crashed, when the ice started growing over the hull. It was basically the same thing, right? It just transplanted from Discovery to Academy. So who else? Who haven't we spoken about? Oh yeah, Adode Fair for here. Charles Vance, yeah, Admiral Vance. I mentioned him at the beginning. I think he's always been a great actor. He was good in Discovery, but that's not enough to help with it. To be honest, it's not enough to make it a more of a positive show. Oh, I hate the ship. I hate the ship. I mean, don't get me wrong. From above, it doesn't look too bad. In fact, I hate that they've got the I hate that the comm badges look like the ship from above, the Athena from above. I don't like that at all. Yep, but people are saying about the wings. They don't like the wings aspect of it. I mean, I think I don't like it, but it would make sense if that was some extra armor. Now, I think I remember Jay saying earlier in his video on Tachyon Pulse that he didn't like it, and they brought the J.J. Abrams thing back with the nacelles and the oversized engines. It's like, well, if you actually watch it's the nacelles are not as long as the wing sections. It's actually probably about half the length. So they're not long nacelles. The nacelles are hidden underneath, and that makes it look longer. But they could have done a better job. And when it was docked, it's like, how do you know it's docked? Those things on those things that connect the two sections of the saucer are connected. That's how you know it's docked. Really? Oh, it's just docked to itself. It's not docked to anything else. Yeah, that was terrible. It was a terrible idea. But at least it left the wings in orbit when they got to Earth. At least it left them in there. But then with Kurtzman, most of the ships don't look very good, especially for the Discovery ships. Since season 3 onwards, when they introduced the disconnected sections, it's like it just doesn't make any sense. Doesn't even make them look any good. I mean, if they were all connected, then the aesthetic might have been a lot better if they weren't separate from the main ship. And also, I don't know if they told the people in the CGI department about the bits that connect the saucer sections, because there are lights in there, and that's not just a corridor. It looks to me like there are actually enough lights there that are big enough that might actually be people's quarters. There might actually be people's quarters in that little bit that retracts and connects. It's a stupid idea, and I just can't wait for Kurtzman to be done with Star Trek. But I mean, it's too soon to say too many bad things about it. I mean, the show could get a lot better. Who knows? So it's a bit cold. I'm wearing my jumper, but I've got a bit of a clogged up nose, so apologise for that. But and the fact that they say it's the Athena, named after the god of wisdom. Yeah, she's also a god of warfare. So what are they going to have next? Are they going to have? Was it Athena and Apollo were constantly fighting each other? If I remember rightly, was that Athena and Apollo, or was it Ares? I can't remember. but they'll probably have a ship show up and help her out, and they'll work together, and it'll probably be the Athena and the Apollo or Ares or whatever god she was always in conflict with. I think it was Apollo, but I could be wrong. It could be Ares. I could Google it, but it's such a small point. It doesn't matter. But yeah. But the ships. Another thing, at the beginning of the first episode, when he's in the shuttle, he's got the hood up and his head's like, "Are you dead or alive? Are you dead or are you alive?" And then he proceeds to beat the two security guys up. So he's on his way to a prison colony or penal colony. And there's 3 people in the shuttle. You've got 1 person piloting, and you've got two security people behind in the back keeping the prisoner company. Now here's the thing. He's beating up the other 2, and what does the pilot do? He turns around, turns off the shield, and goes and fights. Dude, the shield was protecting you. You're the pilot. You should have just landed the shuttle and let the people on the ground handle it. All you have to do is fly the ship. You're behind a force field. He can't get to you unless the plot says you have to shut down the shield and do the stupid thing and go and try and help your friends. Who, bear in mind, there were 2 of them, and he was overpowering both of them. And you think you're going to be able to do anything about it? Exactly. I mean, and the fact that the doctor actually says, "Already? Seriously?" I don't know if it's just poor writing or poor imagination, but it's probably both, to be honest. Probably both. Yeah. It's a funny thing because I was actually going to do a live stream on my gaming channel today, but I remembered about Starfleet Academy, and I thought, well, might as well do it for Starfleet Academy. I'm doing a Fallout one on Saturday to make up for the lack of videos since episode 2. Hopefully, there won't be any problems getting that going. She's definitely in the ship's Ralph with him. Yes, definitely. Definitely. You're not wrong. I think we've pretty much been through the cast, haven't we? There's my absolute favorite character of the entire series so far, played by Katie Reddy Walters, the terrified cadet, the one that runs off. Best character in the show. Best character in the show. And her credit is Terrified Cadet. But she was in 2 episodes. More than Tilly so far, and she's, and she hasn't even got a name for her character. She's just the Terrified Cadet. Best character in the show so far. We're not going to see her again if she's only in 2 episodes, to tell you. Yes. We see Kelpian on the ship. But did you notice when the Kelpian was walking behind, he was doing the usual thing, swinging their hands like they do. But then he sits down next to that cadet. And what's the very first thing that cadet does? Gets up and walks away. That was funny. And it was happening in the background as well. It's funny. The doctor got to sing some opera. Great. He was. Did you see him? He was performing on the balcony above, whilst they were having the celebration below. And did you see the they were translating the lyrics to the opera on the glass? Like, really? You got a universal translator on you, and you need them translated into subtitles? Really? Really? Oh, jeez. I mean, you got a deaf someone doing sign language, making you think that he's deaf when actually no, he just can't be bothered to speak. So he just he speaks through sign language. Seriously, you got a universal translator. Whatever language you're speaking is going to be translated into English. That's the whole point of it. That's why you've got it on your collar. We're talking about Terima Sadal's father, that's it, president of Beta Z, the Beta Z president. And the whole episode, they're talking about the fact that Beta Z has a wall put up, like a wall put up in space to protect you from some bad people. I can't remember the name of the species. It was again with V, I think. But you put a wall up, it's not necessarily going to work because it's a wall. You're in space. A wall is not 3-dimensional, right? It goes around, it'll go around something, but it only goes up and down. That's a wall. If you said to put a force field up or something, that might have been a lot better. But let's say they put a wall up. Kind of strange. They want to bring down the wall. So East versus West. We've got to bring down the wall. Reunite Germany. I think they were called the Trumps. No, if they were the Trumps, they would be the one building the wall. I don't like. I never liked the idea where they brought in the youth activists. They got youth activists that came into the show from Beta Z. Beta Z youth activists, and one of them is now in the show, probably permanently. Yet he's not showing up on the list as far as I can tell. I can't see him on this cast list. It's saying that there are 22. There's not 22 there, is there? So we'll look. Looking at the mate, I'm just scrolling down the full cast list. Well, it's not the full one because it's just ended. Right. No. The cast list doesn't even have everyone in it, I don't think. I don't think the cast list has everyone in it. IMDb has been lacking lately. There's been a lot of information missing. It's like they're saying that cast members that have already been in it for 2 episodes have only been are only supposed to be in it for 1, apparently. Was it Rebecca Quinn that played the mother? I can't remember. I don't know. It doesn't have the character name. But yeah, it's one of those things. IMDb has been falling behind with things lately, especially like this. I mean, people that are in the entire series, apparently they're only going to be in it for 2 episodes. It's just ridiculous. They need to sort their shit out. Apparently Alex Kurtzman only wrote 1 episode. So Alex Kurtzman only wrote 1 teleplay for 1 episode. Interesting. Who wrote the first 2 episodes? I wonder. Let's have a look. If it will show me who wrote the first 2 episodes. Let's get the episode list up. I still can't believe that this has been confirmed for more seasons, for 2 seasons. They don't even attempt to try it first. They don't test the waters with it first, do they? Never. Gio Viola. Nuga Lendau and Jenna Max. Okay. So these 2 episodes were written by 2 different groups of people. Well, episode 1 was written by one person. Gao. J-E-O. I'm not going to pronounce that. Gaia. Violo. Who thinks up these names to give their kids? I mean, seriously, some of these names. I mean, I suppose some people say it depends on where they're from. It's like, well, yeah, but I mean, seriously, some of these names are really difficult to pronounce, and they're really short and spelt simply, but they're difficult to pronounce. Yeah. Every time I look at this list, I keep seeing Minnie Mouse's face. It's just fucking stupid. It's like, really? And I keep thinking of that interview, that red carpet interview. She was like at the premiere where she had that big grin on her face and she had silver teeth, so she had metal teeth. It's like ridiculous. It's like, really? Who thinks that? Who comes up with these fashionable things? I don't think it's fashionable to have metal teeth, to be honest. Huh. Okay. Huh. Yeah. So, I mean, I don't know if I've got a lot more to say about Academy. I mean, if you guys want to ask, want to talk, want to say stuff, I mean, just go ahead. I mean, feel free to. But I just think there's not enough of it to make a full decision of how bad it is. It's not good. It's not good. But there's room for improvement, and there is time to improve, right? So we have to give any new show a chance, regardless of how bad they've been in the past for a franchise. But yeah, I think they've gone through pretty much all the cast. I mean, I'm guessing that Rebecca Quinn is the lady that played his mother. I'm guessing, but I'm hoping that this entire season is not all going to be about him trying to find his mummy. Like he's going to the because that would be just ridiculous. But it's going to be, isn't it? I mean, it's on the it's been created on the line of Discovery, and what was it? Discovery was about. At one point, he wanted to find his. It was Becky Lynch. Okay, because it doesn't show. Look, I'll bring it up and I'll show you. Look, because it's not showing up on here, right? So, yeah. It's not showing up here, right? So there she is, 1 episode, no character name. So, yes, it's kind of weird that IMDb doesn't have all the proper information. I mean, have we even met the Digital Dean, Stephen Colbert's character? I don't think we have we? I don't think we have. I don't know. I mean, unless Unless IMDb will update it for every episode. That's kind of like weird. She plays a bridge officer, does she? Okay. Becky Lynch. Oop, didn't want to do that. I wanted to get rid of that. I pressed the wrong button. There we go. That's better. That's better. Oh, Lieutenant Yar. Yeah. I remember now because, yeah. I kept thinking, that's imaginative, isn't it? I mean, what? She's supposed to be related to Natasha Yar. Maybe she's a great grandchild of her sister or something. Which wouldn't make sense because as soon as she got married, wouldn't she have to change her name? Tatiana Maslany plays Caleb's mother. Oh yeah, She-Hulk. No wonder I can't. It's very remember. Yeah, I know. I was just messing around. Spelt differently, but then it pronounced pretty much the same. Ya. Just saying. Take the R away and it just sounds the same. But yeah, I mean, she played She-Hulk. Yeah, I know she played She-Hulk. But I never liked She-Hulk. I started watching it and I was like, not watching this crap. Yeah. Jason. Yeah, been through the characters, been through the actors. I think we've been through enough of those. But yeah, for these two episodes, my favorite character is Katie Reedy Walters, the terrified cadet that runs off. The one where Thok says, "I can always tell the runners. I can always spot the runners." Ah. Yeah, sure. You're a female Klingon, half Klingon, half Jem'Hadar. Half a race that, as far as we know, does not have females because they're genetically engineered. Nice one. The makeup doesn't seem to have changed much from Discovery because it still seems a bit, I don't know, rubbery. I know a lot of it's probably made out of something, probably made out of latex or something along those lines. Paul Glamarty's bad guy was a waste. I'm sure he'll be back. Yes, he had the common thing where he gets beaten in the first one, but yeah, manages to escape in an escape pod. The only escape pod on that deck, by the way. So the only escape pod that only holds one person. Nice. And yeah, he's a Klingerite. I think he said he was, wasn't it? Klingerite, half Klingon, half Tellarite. He doesn't look like either of them. No. He kind of doesn't. Let me bring it up on the screen in case. Here we go. Yeah, he does not look like either of them. He really doesn't. He's short enough to be half Tellarite though. But another thing, don't Tellarites and Klingons absolutely hate each other? can't remember. I thought they hated each other. Or am I just remembering Enterprise, where the Tellarites and the Andorians hated them? They hated each other. Oh, we'll see. We'll see. But yeah, we'll see how this goes, because I'm not sure how this show's going to run. I don't know what the episode ratings are, because it hasn't. No one's rated it on IMDb yet. I don't think. Doesn't look like it. Episode list. Let's see if has anyone rated it. I don't think anyone has. Did you notice the captain is at one point? The captain at one point was walking around with no shoes on. Yeah, she was. I'm pretty sure that when she's off duty, that's what she's going to be doing. When she's not on duty, she's going to be barefoot in the park. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, uniform's important. I mean, like the like, was it the head of security? Was it the chief of security? He came up and he was like, that's what the uniform code of conduct is for. But if she's off duty, then she doesn't have to conform to the code of conduct, which implies the uniform code of conduct or whatever. Curling up in the captain's chair, like Vash. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like I said, she seems very relaxed and very laid back for a captain. I don't know if I don't like her as a captain. I'm not sure about character. I mean, character means she could be interesting. It could be interesting. But here's the thing, right? I mean, what captain in their right mind, in a tactical situation where you're being attacked, what captain would say to their first officer, check on the cadets, make sure they're okay? Seriously? Let the crew and the cadets do their thing. All you have to do is worry about what's in front of you and what's shooting at you. That's all you have to worry about. I mean, honestly, why has my vertical got this border around it? I didn't put that border there. Huh. Interesting. But yeah. Oh, there we go. Got rid of it. Poor command decision. Don't worry about the cadets. Don't worry about the crew. Let them do their thing. You need all the brains, all the tactical thinking you can have on the bridge. And bear in mind, you haven't been a captain for what, 16 years? 15 years, something like that? You haven't been a captain for 15 years, you're going to be a bit rusty. You're going to want someone in you want your first officer to be there, to make sure that you're doing things properly, Poor command decision. Poor command decision. Really is. But yeah, we'll see how things are. He didn't really have a choice anyway, whether he wanted to wear a uniform or do his hair thing, because the moment he walked through that transporter thing, he was in a uniform and he had his hair cut. He didn't have a choice. It was going to happen anyway. I don't like the way that they do that. I mean, I don't like the transporter technology in Discovery from season 3 onwards. I think it's a stupid idea to be able to have the comm badge be your teleporter or transporter, I should say. I don't like it, especially considering the fact that if you warp, if your ship's at warp and you transport, technically the ship's leaving you behind because you're no longer on the ship. It didn't cut the Klingon's hair, no, but it did tidy it up. It did tidy it up, but it didn't cut it because I think it has to do if your species, like say Klingon, normally has longer hair. Because bear in mind, some species or some people in real life, your hair is shows how old it is to demonstrate do something about how old you are. It's like there's cultures in the world today where they won't cut their hair. If they cut their hair, then it's a disgrace. All right. I don't think if the Klingon's hair got cut, don't forget it's Kurtzman Trek. That means they're at war, right? If they shave their heads, they're at war. So if they cut his hair, it means he's in a state of, the Klingons are at a state of war. That's Kurtzman Trek for you. But we'll see. We'll see how this goes. But like I said, I was pleasantly, I guess, because you could say pleasantly surprised at the fact that it was better than I was expecting. I was expecting it to be absolutely terrible and diabolical, but it hasn't been that bad. Let's hope there's no Rastafarians in Starfleet. Oh, terrible. I guess that makes sense. I have to remember to say that to Harris. There's no Rastafarians in Starfleet. There never have been, never will be. Just drug addicts. But they have a reason for it. They're exhausted. All the studying, all the hard work they have to go through. So I needed a little something to help. Well, no, I haven't taken anything. No, I haven't. I don't do that shit. But yeah, this is a weird one. Funny things, I was hoping to start doing a video for a Night of the Seven Kingdoms, but the problem is it's on Now TV, which requires a TV license. So I'm not actually going to be able to do any videos for that unless I watch it around someone else's house. I'm not sure if that will happen or not, because I can't physically watch it at home because I don't have a TV license. I don't believe in the TV license. And if I watch any content that's made for TV, then I have to have a TV license. So I'm not giving them the chance. I'm not giving them the opportunity to try and find me a grand. They can fuck right off. Fuck the BBC. Defund the BBC. Shut them down. They don't deserve to exist anymore. They are outdated and or use a VPN. That's the thing. That doesn't work. Especially for me. I've tried VPNs and they have never worked for me once. I've tried multiple ones, different ones. Big brand ones, popular ones. They just don't seem to work with me. I don't know why. I've spoken to people, I've checked settings, and they just never, ever say I'm in another country. So, yeah. It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. I mean, I'd like to. I was looking forward to it, but then I thought to myself, there is one way I can do it, but there's no legal way I can do it, except going around a friend's house. So I might have to arrange to go around a friend's house once a week to watch it. But if it's on Now TV, then it means it's going to be on Amazon. So probably on, do they still have Sky Atlantic? I think that's the one that they usually have House of the Dragon on and that. I mean, wasn't House of the Dragon on Prime? Remember, was House of the Dragon on Prime? Yeah, House of the Dragon was on Prime as well as Now TV. So why is Night of the Seven Kingdoms only on Now TV? If it was on Prime, I could watch it. Oh, it's on H. It's on H. House of Dragons is on Sky. Yeah, but House of the Dragon was on Prime, Amazon Prime as well. And yes, we have another season coming of House of the Dragon, thankfully. On it's only saying 2028. Seriously? Season 4 premieres 2028. Oh my god, why is it taking so fucking long? Why do they do this shit? Why take so long just to film the next season? It ruins the show. Sons of bitches. Sons of bitches. Sons of bitches. Yeah, well, VPNs, they just don't work. They can never work for me for some reason. I don't know why. They just never have. Maybe my system's too old or something. Maybe it doesn't run on older PCs. I mean, I can't even run Windows 11 on mine, so maybe that's why. But I've tried multiple times and it just does not work. Does not work. Wow, it's been an hour and 7 minutes already. Jesus Christ, time flies when you're on a live stream. It really does. Let's see. Have we had any tips? Doesn't look like it. No, nothing. No problem. No problem. I have to leave it open for other things. But say, there's going to be a gaming stream. I think I'm going to be doing a gaming stream next week instead. I might do one Sunday. Can't be 100% sure because I might be on with someone tomorrow. I mean, am I going to be on a live tomorrow? I don't know. If I'm not on a live tomorrow, I'll start streaming Nuts of the Old Republic on my gaming channel at Quest-RRC, where I'm going to be streaming and uploading videos for certain games. God, this light makes me look dirty, doesn't it? It makes it look like I've been swimming in ash or something. I'm guessing it's because it's above me. So lower it. Oh Christ! I don't like the way it looks. Makes me look dirty. I don't know. Doesn't do much different, does it? My facial features always leave a shadow. It's ridiculous. I need to change. Can I have plastic surgery? People start donating so I can have plastic surgery so that my face doesn't have all these lines and shadows. I look like I should be in Star Trek. Jeez. Mind you, I am a bit warm. Look evil now, don't I? Put that back up. There we go. Sort that out again later. I don't know. But we're going to have a busy year for the first quarter. Well, we're going to have a busy few months. We do have a few things coming that I'll be doing videos and live streams for. I might slow down. I might cut out the uploads and start doing more lives. That might be a good idea. But we'll see how this goes. We'll see how we go for the next few months whilst we've got so many things to watch and talk about. And don't forget, guys, hit that thumbs up, hit the like, subscribe if you haven't already, because it seriously helps us out. Check out the new shop with Fourth Wall. It's got some good stuff in there. The link is pinned in the chat, as well as the tipping link, all pinned in the chat. It'll be interesting to see what people think of the new alert that will pop up on the screen. I like it. I think it's funny. What does that sound? Feel like it's gone. I need a new light. I need a new black light. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see how things go. I think we're going to call it here, guys. It's been I wasn't expecting to go this long, to be honest. But when you start waffling, right? But yeah, I'm going to call it here. Thanks for watching, guys. Thank David, Steve. Thanks to who else do we have? We have. I'm sure we had cheese face. Thanks for joining. Who else? Anyone else in the chat? No. But yeah, thanks for watching. Thanks for joining the chat. I hope to see you again Saturday, where we're going to be talking about Fallout, which I haven't done a video or reaction to for the last 3 episodes. So that's going to be fun. So if you like Fallout, come check that out, because it's probably the only good thing that's on right now. But yeah, until next time, stay safe, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and take care. And may the Schwartz be with you always.